Are you all excited? Yeah? Maybe one more time. Are you all excited? There we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to ETHSanFrancisco. My name is Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal, and I am super excited to welcome all of you to the city of San Francisco. Now, let's start with something really important. This is not a conference. These events are organized by ETHGlobal. And ETHGlobal is an organization with a very simple mission. Our goal is to onboard thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem. And we do this by running hackathons and summits. And this makes this event a hackathon. What differentiates all of this is that our focus is on builders. We believe showing is more important than telling, and this is a place for all of you to learn, explore, get help, and grow as developers and learn the skills that you're all excited to gain. And that brings us to all the things that we're going to talk about today. The most important piece is that this is the biggest ETHGlobal event we've done in person in our 5-year history. We have over 1,700 people in the building from 46 different countries, and 38% of them are brand new to Web3. This is absolutely incredible. We put all of them on a map to see where everybody was coming in from, and I am so excited to see so many familiar faces and so many new faces, and I can't wait to meet all of you. Not only that, we have 27 workshops. A lot of them have happened already as you kind of came in the afternoon. 265 ecosystem partners and 18 mentors who are here 24/7 to help you with anything technical that you need. And to top it all off, $300,000 in prizes are being given away, and we're going to talk about all those things on what the details are for each of these prizes shortly in the next hour. I also want to give a special shout out to our 39 incredible partners, so I want to give them a big round of applause. Please join me in thanking IPFS and Filecoin, OpenSea, Optimism, Polygon, Scale, WorldCoin, Cartesi, ENS, Lens, Uniswap Foundation, UMA, XMTP, The Graph, Hyperlane, EY, Mina, Push Protocol, LivePeer, Aluo, 0x, ApeCoin, Near, Samudai, Fuel, Tenderly, Teller, Dune, Unlock, QuickNote, Gnosis Chain, Empiric Network, Evmos, Findora, Midpoint, Triangle, Covalent, Samsung Next, Antpool, and Swing. All of these incredible companies are here this weekend, and they're going to be talking about why they're excited to be part of this event and all the prizes you can win by using their SDKs and protocols. All right, so I want to make sure I make the best use of the next 60 minutes. I want to talk about what this weekend is all about. I want to cover what the venue and all the activities that we're doing, how you can get help. We're going to talk about all the prizes and the workshops, how judging and project submission is going to work, and if you're still looking for a team, how all of that is set up. So let's go into all of that, but before, let's talk about a little bit of security. Everyone must have their wristband, which you would have gotten with your event badge on you at all times. The wristband is required to be in the building, and if you end up cutting it and or losing it or somehow misplacing it, we will not be issuing a second one. So please make sure that you do not get rid of or cut your wristbands. These are the things that are going to be preventing you from going back into the building, and the security is going to make sure that we don't let anybody in without a wristband. So just to sum it up, no wristband, no entry. Do not lose your wristband if you've been already put one on your wrists. On top of that, please do not leave your belongings unattended. The doors are going to be open. This is a 24/7 event. People can come in at any time, whether it's 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. in the next 2 days. And we want to make sure that you don't leave your stuff unattended. So please keep an eye out on your stuff at all times. There is no official storage that we are offering for this weekend. And of course, you've already been here for quite some time, so just want to make sure I also take a second to remind everybody on the floor plan. This is the main floor where most of the things are happening. We are on the main stage on my left. The middle spot is all of the hacking area. The workshop rooms are in the middle at the end and at the end of this hall. And if you need any help, there's going to be a 24/7 help desk right where registration was, so you can find anybody on the ETHGlobal team at any given time. A quick note here is that the doors that you came in from today are going to be closing at 10 p.m. So when you're trying to exit tonight after 10 p.m., you're going to have to go to the end of the hallway and request your ride or your Uber at the end and not the doors you came in from. And then there's also a mezzanine floor that's on the area on top, and that's all of hacking space and a chill room where you can just kind of hang out and get some snacks and just chill. And of course, you've already kind of had dinner, but make sure that you do not lose your meal tickets. There's 6 of them for 6 meals. They are what the food trucks are going to request. If you lose them, we're also not going to be giving you a new one, and you will need them to get the food for the rest of the weekend. So enjoy some variety of food options that you have here, and give them a meal ticket when you want to eat something from any of the trucks. And we have a lot of other fun things going on this weekend. So there's an NFT exhibition by Nounstyle that's all the way at the end of this hall. There's a relaxation station powered by Cartesi. You can get some massage chairs and hammocks in there. There's also a photo booth. You want to get some photos about being at ETHSanFrancisco. You get them digitally delivered to your email. And we're going to do an activity which is dyeing a scarf. That's a very local thing from San Francisco. So if you're interested in this, this is happening here tomorrow afternoon from 3 to 5 p.m. in one of the workshop rooms. All right, let's go right into a lot of the logistics of this weekend. Communication. Everything that we're going to be doing here is going to happen on Discord. If you RSVP'd as a hacker, you would have seen a prompt to connect your Discord to get all the right permissions. The Discord is only open and accessible to people who are participating at the hackathon. So these are all private channels. And if you do not see ETHSanFrancisco on your sidebar, that means you didn't connect it properly or something went wrong. So you can find us and we'll help you debug that. Discord is also the place where we have all the channels for getting support. So you can ping any protocol that's offering a prize. You can ping any of our mentors there. You can also physically go to the mentor help station and get any help. And of course, remember that you are in person. Everybody that you're going to be talking to is also here in person. You can just walk up to them and chat and get help. Also, all the official announcements will be posted on Discord. So if you miss anything, if we're running behind or if we're running ahead of schedule or something changed, we'll be announcing all of that on Discord as well as updating the website. And whatever the website says is going to be the source of truth. So if something is different on the website than what's being communicated, it's the website that remains what we're going to follow. And just to remind everybody, the website is sf.ethglobal.com. All right, so the most common questions we get is, how does this hackathon work and what do I need to do to prep for tonight? We'll keep this very simple. You can officially start hacking on your projects, and you can work on a project with up to 5 members on your team. You all have 36 hours to hack, so submissions are due at 9 a.m. on the Sunday, and we're going to talk about what all of that means in terms of submissions. But before we talk about the submission, there are a few simple rules that we want to follow for all the projects that are going to be submitted. Everything that you're going to do must be done from scratch, which means you cannot continue to work on a project that you already started before. Everything that you're doing must begin today, starting right now, and you cannot extend a project, otherwise you will be disqualified. You are allowed to use open source projects, of course, if something is already open source and you're either forking that repo or you're building on top, or if you actually use the code from any other existing projects, that is still totally fine, but not something that you've done yourself before and you're adding a feature to it. And only people who have been confirmed on the hacker dashboard are eligible to win prizes, which means if your team members are not listed on your team section, or they do not show up, or they do not physically attend this event in person, have not checked in, they will automatically be kicked out tomorrow afternoon by a script. And if you win a prize, we will not be honoring anybody who was not listed at the time of submission as a team member. So really, really, really make sure that all of your team members individually show up as you're submitting your project. And of course, if you have any questions, you can find me. You can find anybody on the ETHGlobal team. We're going to be there 24/7 on a help desk, there to answer any questions. And a lot of the workshops that are happening are designed for people from all different skill sets, whether you're a beginner, you're an intermediate or expert in this space. And all that information is also available on your dashboard and all of our website, and everything, including this speech right now and me being on stage, is being live streamed, so you can catch up all of that instantly on ethglobal.tv or going to youtube.com/ethglobal. Watch everything at your own pace. You get to pause stuff and you get to look at code. And everybody who gave a talk today is here in person, so you can just walk up to those speakers and ask them any follow-up questions that you had. And for those of you who are still looking to join a team, we are going to be running a team formation workshop right after I stop talking in an hour. And that's going to be in workshop room 4, which is all the way at the end of the hallway. So that's going to happen at 9:30 for about an hour, hour and a half. And that means if you are still looking for teammates, if you are looking to join a team or you want somebody to join your team, with a different specific skill set, you can be in that room and find each other and potentially work together on a project. And of course, if you have not already checked this out, there's also a tool on your Hacker dashboards to find other team members who are also looking for a team. This requires both sides to be opt-in, and you can search people for different skill sets, what they're looking for and what you're looking for, and find them and message them directly on Discord and connect them asynchronously. All right, submissions are due at 9 a.m. on Sunday. And let's talk about that. But before I go into this, just a quick note, daylight saving time kicks in this Sunday. So while you can start hacking at 8 p.m. and submissions are due at 9 a.m., you still have 36 and not 37 hours to hack. So keep that in mind. Your clock should automatically change, but things will be slightly different by an hour on Sunday. All right, let's talk about judging. Main judging and partner judging. So there's going to be two tracks for what judging means. You can opt in for either of these processes. And what that means is if you're going to be working on a project and you want to win a prize from one of our partners, you have to select those prizes on your submission project page view, and the partners will be notified that you are applying for that prize. In that time, you have to go to their tables and their booths and present what you did to them individually, which means if you are trying to win prizes from 5 different sponsors, you're going to have to go to all 5 of those teams and present your projects to them. In that same window, there's also the main judging, which is going to help us determine the top 10 teams, which is entirely separate from the partner judging. And this is going to be happening at the end of the hallway on the other side of this room, and we'll be assigning an order for each of the teams to go present to our main judges, whom you can find on our website, and they'll be deciding who the overall projects are that are interesting for the rest of the hackathon. If you want to be part of the main judging and top 10 projects and also win prizes, you're going to have to present to both sides. So make sure that you are optimizing for your time and making sure that you have enough time on Sunday morning to look at all these things and go to everybody that you want to present to. How does judging exactly work? You will have 4 minutes to demo your projects and 7 minutes in total to present everything that you did, which includes 3 additional minutes for questions. We usually recommend that you record a 4-minute video of what you did in case something goes wrong, or if you are relying on some transaction happening on mainnet and that may take more time, or something goes wrong. It just helps you recover and not be in a situation where at the final moment you are not able to demo what you built. And we really recommend that you do not do this last minute. You need at least 30 minutes to submit everything because you will be asked to show proof of how you're using different protocols if you're applying for prizes, and you're going to have to actually spend time writing different things about what you did and how it works. So really don't prepare for this last minute. And all that happens on your Hacker dashboards. You'll start seeing a form tomorrow afternoon immediately on how all of it is set up. And kind of similar to what I talked about already, the partner judging is part of the same process. So as you're submitting, you get to choose these are all the prizes that you're applying for. And once you do that, the partners will be notified that you are expected at their booth, which means that if you do not select a prize, they have no way of knowing that you wanted to win or participate or qualify for those prizes. And there's no way for us to control that. So you're going to have to make sure that you selected the right prize. And you can do this thing in parallel, which means that if you want to present to all of the partners before and then go to the main judging, you can, or you can do it right after you present it to the main judges and then find the partners. You get to decide what you want to optimize for. And of course, I want to talk about our code of conduct. The rules and the code of conduct for being at this event are outlined on ETHGlobal.com/rules. But in summary, it's fairly straightforward. Everything that you build here is your own intellectual property. Nobody, neither ETHGlobal or your team members or any of our partners own anything that comes out of it. Whoever is part of that project is the owner of that work. And please be respectful for everybody, to everybody in this building. Harassment in any form is not going to be tolerated. So if you feel like you're being treated in a way that shouldn't be the case, please come find us and we'll take immediate action. And whether you're not comfortable finding us in person, you're more than welcome to ping us on Discord or email Or if you don't want to do that and just actually talk to us in person, please come find anybody wearing an ETHGlobal shirt. And with that, we are done with most of the logistics. What I want to do next is bring on some of our amazing partners. And there are some of our amazing partners who are excited to be here this weekend. They're giving some amazing prizes. They're going to talk about why they're here and what they're doing. And I want to kick us off by showing a video from Papillon to talk about what IPFS and Filecoin is up to. So while we ready our rest of our partners, please watch this intro from IPFS and Filecoin.
Hey everyone, my name is Papillon and I work at IPFS and Filecoin. We're so excited to be a sponsor at ETHSanFrancisco. IPFS and Filecoin, that's why we're here. IPFS is a peer-to-peer content address protocol that makes the web upgradable, resilient, and more open. And Filecoin is the largest decentralized storage network that ensures content persistence over time. Filecoin's total capacity makes up about 1% of total cloud storage, and we're growing fast. Increasing storage capacity and developing multiple exciting solutions like our recently launched Filecoin virtual machine. Fully EVM compatible, smart contracts will enable co-locating storage and computation. Now there's $20,000 in the offering. Make sure to check the website for submission qualifications. You can also find these great learning resources like NFT.storage and Web3.storage to get you started. If you need to reach out, you can find us on the Discord channel or at our sponsor booth. Hackathons are a great place to experiment, to get your hands dirty, and to build projects. The possibilities are endless. We wish you the best of luck. Happy hacking.
Awesome. Please give Papillon a big round of applause. And next up, I want to bring on Benji from Optimism to talk about everything Optimism is up to. Please welcome Benji on stage.
Yo. Hey, everybody. Before I start, I just want to say, this is my first time speaking at ETHGlobal, so I hired a public speaking expert to help me with the slides. Unfortunately, I couldn't pay them on time, so they just left their notes over here. If I was you, I'd just ignore anything written in yellow. Just just don't look at it. Okay, so how to win an Optimism prize. We have a bunch of cool prizes, guys. It's going to be really exciting. So again, just don't read the yellow. A show of hands. So could you raise your hand if you're hacking today? Let's go. Nice. Can you raise your hand if you don't have an idea yet? Okay, I see a few hands in there. Okay, cool. Our area is right around there, so hit me up and we'll talk a little bit about various things you can do. A bunch of ideas for you to try out as well. So, one, NFTs or digital collectibles. We have prize for 2 teams, $2,500 each. You can make an NFT collection. You can make something that makes someone else make an NFT collection. You can make something that lets someone else making something that makes an NFT collection. Bunch of stuff. Or maybe build some games. We released the OP stack recently. So, Lattice made OP Craft, and that was exciting, so you guys can do the same. Crypto is all about human coordination. So, Ethereum lets you program money, money lets you program incentives, incentives let you program societies and novel structures. Damn, we already have the collective on Optimism, thousands of active governance participants, and we need some tech. We need something to help that be organized. So if you guys are interested in GovTech, anything you can create for DAOs, we have prizes for those. 3 teams, $2,500 each for the winners. And I missed this slide. We do a little dev tooling as well. So anyone who wants to do anything that can help a developer build anything at all, we have 3 team prizes for $2,500 each for the winners. This could be Discord infra in general, or automation. We do a little dev tooling. And lastly, if you guys are interested in even more content, please scan this. I'm going to leave it on for a couple seconds. And there's a bunch of other prizes as well, so you can look into it. Thank you.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And next up, I want to bring on Ryan from OpenSea to talk about everything OpenSea. Please welcome Ryan on stage.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan. I work on the protocol team at OpenSea on the engineering team. I'll be here this weekend. I'll be wearing a bright OpenSea shirt. I'll be sitting and hacking away. If anyone wants to build on Seaport, which is our new marketplace protocol that we launched this summer, it's an ownerless base protocol that has no inherent fees to any party. So anyone can build orders and hack on it and combine orders from different marketplaces and be able to execute them in a very gas efficient manner. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with that. You can build contracts that can validate orders on chain that people can fulfill. You can create multi-sigs that hold NFTs that list them on the OpenSea website and cool things like that. So it's great to be here. If anyone needs OpenSea keys, find me and I can help create API keys for you guys. So thank you.
Thank you. Next up, I want to bring on Steph from Polygon. Please welcome Steph.
Hey, I'm Steph. I'm from Polygon. GM ETHSF. Jacob taught me that San Francisco has 8 bridges, and the one over there is the Golden Gate Bridge. I got that wrong today, and I'm not going to get that wrong the rest of the week. But I'm from Polygon. I love working for Polygon because Polygon believes in Web3 for all. So that's you, your mom, your grandma, kids in kindergarten, their teacher, literally every single person in the world. And we love that our builders feel that way too. So I challenge you this week to build things for anyone and everyone. Get in builders, we're hacking all weekend. We have 3 different solutions you can build on for the hackathon. The first one is Polygon POS, which is our proof of stake sidechain. I love building on POS because the transactions are super fast and the gas is low. It's very scalable and it's also EVM compatible. We also have our ZK EVM testnet that went live a few weeks ago publicly. So you can build on ZK EVM. If you scan this QR code, you'll get the RPC URL and have all of the information you need to build. And then we also have Polygon ID, which is our decentralized ID solution. My coworker Rahat did a really great workshop at 6 p.m. today. So check that out on the ETHGlobal YouTube channel. And you'll have everything you need to build with Polygon ID. We also have $20,000 this weekend in prizes. Our prizes are for best use of Polygon ID, best public goods or refi, metaverse or gaming project, best UX, and then my personal favorite, best developer tool or DAO tooling project. So tons of different options for building and really excited to see what you all build. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next up, I want to bring on Jack from Scale. Please welcome Jack.
Hello. All right. Pleasure to be here. Who's hacking? All right. Awesome. OK. First off, we have 20,000 in Hacker Awards. All right. You can see the awards up here. First and foremost, I just want to talk about the pool awards. So anybody who deploys, any team who successfully deploys to Scale, will share in the pool award. So our team will be here all weekend, here to support you, and let's have some fun. So really quickly, what is Scale? Scale is a modular multi-chain blockchain network designed to help scale Ethereum. All right? It's Ethereum native, meaning it's built into Ethereum. One of the coolest pieces about Scale is it's actually a zero gas fee network in a sustainable, decentralized manner. I'll get into that in a second. So we've been around for a long time. We actually sponsored this event in 2018. It was awesome. It was a blast. We're all going to have a good time. Now, we've been around for a while, but just this last June, the network went through a major upgrade. And today, we just had the 15 millionth transaction since June. Over 77 active users, a lot of action on the chain, and just excited to see what's happening in Scale. So getting a little deeper with Scale, Scale is actually a network of app-specific blockchains. It's not a single chain. Whereas most blockchains are one shared database, Scale has a system of pooled security blockchains. So these are, in many ways, shards or pooled chains that share a collective validator set, but then have their own individual blockchain that all, and they work as an active group for collusion resistance and redundancy. Okay? And they're all emboldened by the Ethereum mainnet and really controlled by the Ethereum mainnet, work in synergy with the Ethereum mainnet, and help bring fees and revenue back to the Ethereum mainnet. Now, hey, I've got a lot of pictures here about the containerization of the network, the technical architecture. I have 2 minutes, so I'm not going to go through this. But if you're interested in learning more, you want to learn about how the network functions, if you're into containerization, if you're into threshold encryption, come by the booth and talk to us. We'd love to talk to you about how Scale functions and works and operates. Also, would love to talk about how there's a hub and dApp chain model. We already have 18 chains in the EVM chains in the Scale network. Each one can do over 100 transactions per second in terms of throughput. That can get pretty messy in terms of coordination without hubs. So there's a hub model. Would love to talk to you about that too. Okay, last thing, we have an announcement. Our comms team wouldn't let me, announce this yet, so I'm giving a little sneak peek. But keep your eyes open next week. It starts with a Z, and there's going to be some cool stuff coming out on Scale soon. All right, come check us out on the Discord if you have questions. Scale.chat. All right, let's have some fun. Thanks.
Thank you. And our last partner on stage, please welcome Tiago from WorldCoin.
Hello, what's up? All right, I do have a few slides that the team sent me. Probably too long, so we're going to skip through a bunch of them. But yeah, so I'm Tiago at WorldCoin, and we're building a bunch of stuff at WorldCoin. We're building a token that anyone in the world can claim, except if they're in the US, for free, just for being a person. We're also building a wallet for normal people. It's super easy to use. And then lastly, and most importantly, we're building what we call a proof of personhood protocol. And that's what we're here to talk about today. And so there's this really pesky problem that we all have to deal with, which is bots or people abusing systems, right? This is called civil attacks. And the idea is that when you're online, you don't know if 20 accounts are 20 people with individual accounts or one person with 20 accounts. And so we built a protocol that helped us solve it for a problem that we had. And now we're opening up so that any of you can build applications that leverage the same civil resistance. And so in essence, with our protocol, what you can do is people can anonymously prove to you that they're a real person that have never done something before, right? And so, for example, if you're building an app that lets people claim NFTs, people can prove that they're a real person that has never claimed this NFT before without revealing who they are. Or they can prove that they've never joined this Discord or that they've never redeemed an airdrop, right? Whatever it is, it's all anonymous and people can prove that they've never done it before. Yeah, so this is with World ID, very exciting. This is our protocol, but what I want to get to is how we do this. We do this with this device. It's called the Orb, this little beauty. And the Orb basically does 3 things. It makes sure you're a real person with a bunch of sensors. Then it looks at your iris. It generates a unique code. It destroys the other images that it has taken of you. And using zero-knowledge proofs, it can verify that you've never been to an Orb before. And so this is exactly the type of zero-knowledge proofs that you can integrate into your project to reuse the signal that the Orb gives you. Now, it's super easy to implement. All you need to do is embed a widget like this on your website, which looks like a CAPTCHA. But instead of having to select images, people just click on this, they scan a QR code that generates a zero-knowledge proof, and then we do everything magically for you. We have integrations that can be done either on-chain or through a web API, so you can really build anything on any chain. And if you want to do it on-chain, it's on Polygon. There's a bunch of things you can build with this. I will not get into the specific use cases. But if you're curious about resources, this link is actually wrong. I'll show you the right link at the end. But there's a whole bunch of things. We have documentation, a developer portal, the widget, the underlying protocol, and a bunch of examples, most importantly, to help you build this. This is what that looks like. We have a bunch of prizes, a lot of really cool categories. People have built really interesting things in the past, so go have fun. And then this is the right link. If you want to build on WorldCoin this weekend, go to worldcoin.org/ETHSanFrancisco, and anything that you need to know, the rules, the documentation, fun facts about the Orb, interesting things, you can check it out there. All right, have fun hacking.
Thank you. All right, well, there's 2 things left before we go back to hacking. I do want to get to the prizes, but before that, I want to bring on somebody special, and we have a really interesting interview prepared for our next speaker. I want to bring on Dylan Field, who is the CEO of Figma. Figma, if you don't already know, is a design tool that has taken Silicon Valley by the storm. It has fundamentally changed how we think about collaboration and just doing design at scale. And we're going to talk about how do we make good products, how do we think about building more consumer-friendly applications, and all things Web3. So please join me in welcoming Dylan Field from Figma on stage.